Talk heavy. Greetings, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here amongst you. It's Mr. Talk Heavy. I was just sitting here listening to Monique on Shannon Sharp's Shay Shay podcast. Great interview. Great interview. Straight up. I appreciate the candor, and I also appreciate the honesty. Honesty is most important because it teaches us. You know what I mean? Honesty teaches us. When you experience something and the honesty of it, sometimes it's a little disheartening to you or disappointing because you don't want people to look at you or view you in that manner or that light or something. But honesty is always a good vantage point, a good start point, and I don't, and what I do, I don't get involved with the batter and the bitter, the banter and all that. I don't get involved in all that. But in watching this interview, man, Monique, the queen that she is, she says something so profound. And it's something that she's been through. I don't know about the copyright thing, so I'm not going to play the video. Y'all can see the video yourself. But I just want y'all to hear what she said, because what she said was so profound. And what she said can help a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages. You know what I mean? It can help strengthen it, because I believe that we all have our roles to play. Not that one role is better or bigger than the other, because we can't do what women do, and women can't do what men do. So we need each other. You see what I'm saying? We need that camaraderie. We need that unity, because with that unity, that's where the strength comes in. You see what I'm saying? A strong black man and a strong black woman, strength there. You see what I'm saying? It's strength there from the start. You know what I mean? So what she said was very profound, man. And I wanted to share it with y'all if y'all haven't seen it yet. But just listen to what she says.
He said, Mama, there's not a person on the face of this earth that I dislike. I may dislike what they do, but I don't dislike the person. And it took me a minute to understand it, because I'm like, I don't like their ass. I don't like what they did. I don't like their ass. I don't like their mama. I don't like none of them. But he said, no, there are things you've done that I dislike, but I don't dislike you.
Right.
And once we can get past that, then we even grow to be better.
Right.
So
now let's talk about that. Oh man, that speaks volumes, don't it? That speaks volumes. She said that her husband told her that there's some things that I don't like about you, but I don't dislike you. I just dislike some of the things that you do. That can change. You see what I'm saying? That right there you could build upon. That right there you could mesh, because there's honesty in that. There's truth in that. You know what I'm saying? And it's teaching in that. You know what I mean? It's teaching in that, because a lot of us, we dislike the person altogether for the few things that we dislike about the person that the person does. We can't discredit the person altogether because of something that you don't like about the person that the person does, unless it's real crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not harming anyone, yeah, I mean, that's between him and his God. You know what I mean? Or her and her guy. You know what I mean? It don't have nothing to do with us. But that, she's saying, I'm going to keep it going, though. Check it out.
What you're seeing right now, Shannon, is Mrs. Sidney Hicks. That my husband has set me down and had conversations with me and really taught me how to be a lady. Because people in this business know, if you sideways, baby, you beat that boy over the head with that tray in the cafeteria, right? I will cuss your ass out in ways that they wish I beat him with a tray. And he had...
Talk heavy. Let's understand what she just said. She said that her attitude, because of what she'd been through, her experiences of life, the disappointments, the sheer horror, the incidents that she went through that totally changed her life. You know what I mean? She wore that on her sleeve. You know what I mean? And it affected her and the business and that she in and going about her business and excelling and getting even greater. And it took a strong partner to steer that right. See, a lot of us, we don't want to accept responsibility for the things that we did wrong. You know what I mean? We don't want to own up to that. You know, that's what she was talking about with Tyler Perry and them, but, you know, I don't get into that, but that's their business. But we all, you know, is living this life. We all do things that we believe to be right for the moment, for the time, and for what we're going through. You know what I mean? We believe that we right wholeheartedly, you know, and a lot of times when we have such strong convictions, and they'll be wanted convictions, but I don't like to say but those convictions had you act a certain way, be a certain way, do certain things. That's not where your heart is. You know what I mean? A lot of times you show your emotions through your actions. You know what I mean? And that's what she was saying. She was saying I was showing my emotions through my actions and being defensive. You know, even when it came to her men, even when it came to her partners. You know what I mean? Defensive. But as you would see, you know, I'm going to let her say it. Just listen. Hard time at doing that. Separating the two. In business and relationships. Just like they said, I may dislike some of the things that you do, but I don't dislike you. That's a teachable moment. That's a real teachable moment because you as a person, you are who you are. Certain things that you do might turn some eyebrows, but altogether the person is a good person. You know what I mean? You don't know what that person is going through in their life to make them do what they do, but regardless of that, if the heart is pure, man, then, you know what I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But she actually expressed to all the young women out there exactly what it is to have a real, true man in their life. just expressed that. You know what I mean? And something, man, it took me aback in her honesty and how she is. This is the life that she lived, and she's telling it. You know what I mean? So let's go see what's going on.
I tell you, Shannon, it's a love that is unexplainable and unimaginable. That's why I can't be broken. And I say that humbly. I can't be broken because I got a king at home. I got a king right there that when all this shit went crazy, that man took me by my hands and said, don't you know we good? And I believed him. And right now to this day, I believe him. And when you have that type of
talk heavy, I had to stop there. Let me tell you something. You know the difference between men and women? The difference between us and y'all is we are designed a certain way, just like y'all. But the way how we operate off of how we feel about what we've done and what we accomplished. You dig? It's not just about living life. It's about understanding what life is and enjoying it, appreciating it. You know what I mean? Every one of us have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Every one of us have a plan, no matter what kind of plan it is. We all have a plan. You know what I mean? So our whole aim and purpose is to prosper, is to become successful. You know what I mean? That's our aim and purpose. You know? Successful in business, successful in life, and successful in your relationships. You know, we have in the nation, in a lesson, Muhammad said, you are to search for good homes, good people, and a good quality of life. See, when I was coming up, it was just one struggle after another. Even when I did get to a piece of money, it was like a hot potato. You know what I mean? Because it was just kept hopping around because I was doing the wrong things. You know what I mean? I was doing the wrong things, so that money didn't last. Those things didn't last. You know? And eventually, I didn't last in that game. So I had to bow out gracefully because I understand now my true value. You know what I mean? And I see how precious freedom is. This is why I go through any fire, any calamity, any loss, because the road that I took to get here was rocky than a mug, you dig? I went through so much that I still suffers from the traumas of that still to this day. And not anything like physical or anything. You know, I wasn't hurt physically, you know, but what I went through in them joints, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, It changed my perception. It changed me as a man, as a person, as a human, as a son, as a father, as a brother, as an uncle, as a cousin, you know what I mean, as a friend, as a confidant. It changed me because what happened was I went into the fire head first. And that fire refined me through each incident, through each episode, through each trying time, through each obstacle. It molded and shaped and fashioned me from being a child and a kid like mine, playing an adult game, to a man understanding what life truly is. So people get upset and angry when thinking about going through those trying times. What I do is I understand that it was those trying times that got me to this point here. You know what I'm saying? It was those trying times that got me to where I'm at now. To my thinking, my mentality, my understanding, my drive, my actions, my deeds, my principles, my morals, my values. Everything that I am now, that's where I learned it from. I learned it through trial and error, trials and tribulations. And I had a lot of bumps. That's why my head's so hickeyed up. Because I had a lot of bumps because I really couldn't understand that in the beginning. I was made to understand. Because I went through it. I walked it, I talked it, I breathed it, I eat it, I shit it, everything. You dig? What saved me, what gave me that edge was the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is why I stand before you erect, speaking as I speak, because those brothers molded and shaped me into the man that I am today. It started with my father and that crew, but I was too young then. When I went to the penitentiary, I was of age. You know what I'm saying? And I took the steps that everybody's has to take. No one comes into the nation as a full-fledged. You come in as a foot soldier. Everybody. And you work your way through the ranks. You know what I mean? So when I come out here in this society and I see the condition of my people, of our kids, I see what I put my kids through, my grandkids, what I put my family through. I understand now my job. I got to clean all that up. You know what I'm saying? I got to clean all that up. I got to wipe the slate clean, and I got to start new, and I got to build it from scratch, from the ground, and that's what I'm doing. You dig? Building it from the ground up. Why? Because I know that what it takes for it to last. It's my son's legacy, not mine. You see what I'm saying? It's his legacy. It's my kids' legacy. It's for them and to help everybody. I don't think of just myself. Me, I'm going to get it regardless of time, space, or place. I've been doing this since wherever, however. You know what I mean? But I got to really understand my reasons why. This is why I do it. Talkheavy. Let me get my beautiful back cleaned up on here.
Can't be broken. And I say that humbly. I can't be broken because I got a king at home. I got a king right there that when all this shit went crazy, that man took me by my hands and said, don't you know we good? And I believed him. And right now to this...
Talk heavy. Wait a minute. So I'm telling you, Jules in here. You heard what she just said? He looked her in the eyes. And he said, "Babe, you know we good, right?" And you heard what she said? I believed him then. And I believed him now. You don't know how far that would take your relationship and your life. Just having belief in your partner. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that your partner is standing on something and they're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. As long as you're there as a support and a helpmate, we're going to get there together. See, that's what it's all about. When you build, you building with. You dig? Even if it's the intent, because you don't have right now, you still building with. You're not just building. You got that with. And you got what's coming after that with. You dig? It takes a particular type of person to keep going through these situations and ending up hitting brick walls and getting right back up. It takes a particular type of person. I'm that type of person. Let's finish up with
Say, I believe him. And when you have that type of strength, it's hard to bend over. You can't.
Right. You said that when you were at your lowest, he lifted you to your highest.
You better know your homework, baby. I'm proud of you. We got toast on that one. You better know your damn homework. I said that when I was at my lowest, he loved me like I was at my best.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And I was meant to...
Lord have mercy. Let's understand that. When you were at your lowest, he loved you like you was at your best. Speaks volumes. Because no matter where you at now, I know your potential. I believe in your potential. So I'm going to ride this with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ride this with you. That's what's up. Oh, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And the thing is, man, let me tell you something. Because I've been reading up on this, and the whole industry actually do dislike her husband. And I don't know why. Her husband is her husband, her manager. He's everything to her. You know what I mean? So how is it that you dislike that type of love, that type of dedication? I don't understand it. I really don't. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because the evidence is her. You can talk all you want to talk, but the evidence is with her. How she feels, how she acts, how she do, who she is. And she's strong enough to say it was because of my husband that I stand firm. You really rarely get that in our culture. Our culture, where we from, you rarely get that. Because our women been through so much. Just like her in her early years. She's been through so much that she put up this brick wall. But it takes a particular special kind of person to break that wall down. But when you do, let me tell you something, it takes a lot of work to do it. But when you do, you will receive all the blessings that every scripture has ever told you about the pleasures that a woman can bring. But if you go through the fire with them, that's the result. Yeah. Let's finish this up.
Really ill. Because you're in this business. Everybody thinks you are the hero. Consideration can be thrown out the window. Patience can be thrown out the window. Because when you get home, you believe that I'm the breadwinner. And what I say is what goes. And this is what it is. And this is my third marriage, though my first. Because this is the first time I've known my place as a black man's wife.
Talk heavy. That was heavy. If y'all didn't hear that, she said that this is the first time that she know her place as a black woman in a black family. Talk heavy. Just like a man knows. When a woman don't know and a man don't know, you have nothing. But if you got a man that knows his place and a woman that knows her place, as opposed to life in general, not on some, you're here and you're there, no. But as a collective, man, when you really start to understand the beauty in love, the honesty in love, you know what I mean, the truthfulness in love. See, love is forged. It's forged like fire because that's what you go through to get to that end, to get to that prize. You got to go through all that fire because what you're doing is you're working through all of the bad and old relationships that she's been through. And then working through that, if you have the time, the patience, and the heart to work through that, I'm telling you, the other side is heaven. You know what I'm saying? So, black love, man, or true love, I think true love is out there. But most importantly, man, it exists. And see, what we don't understand, that it can only exist for you if you allow it to. It's not just going to happen. You have to allow it to happen. You know what I mean? You have to really see what true love is in your heart first. Then you're able and capable to see it in someone else. That's what she went through in her life. She didn't see it until he showed it to her. You know what I'm saying? She already been through 3 marriages. See, that's why I said this is a teachable moment, because in order to mesh, in order to be in unity, there's always have to be positions. And I'm not saying like orders. I'm talking about there always have to be positions. Position in what you do and what you could bring to the table, and positions in what she do and what she could bring to the table. And then together, collectively, y'all can build. Because there's honesty there. It's truth there. I went through 18 years of penitentiary. of being denied the love and the affection of a woman, because I was in a place where I couldn't show no emotion. I couldn't show no fear. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't show that it was a problem. Even if you give me problems, I can't show it. It's just an act that has to be. You know what I mean? The realization, man, of when you find someone special like that, that keeps you on your toes, there's nothing you won't do for them. And I speak for everybody in the world. No matter your partner, it's nothing that you won't do for that type of love. But it's a work in progress. And if you have the patience, the tenacity, the will, the drive, but most importantly, if you have it in your heart to love, then that love will love you back tenfold. Talk heavy. I just wanted to tap in, man, and just express my appreciation for our queen and for Shannon for, giving up those jewels. Like I said, Shay Clubhouses, you can see the whole video there, but I just wanted you to hear from one of our queens what it takes to be a wife, to be a woman, and to be a woman and a wife in this business. It's a lot of teachable moments in that interview. So go watch it, man. Appreciate them for doing that, man. And listen, man, whatever I go through, trust and believe, man, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I go through, trust and believe, man, I'm fine. Because I don't ride off a wave. I don't ride off of someone else's light. I'm my own torchbearer. You know what I mean? I'm my own trendsetter. See, I look at what's going on and I see the differences. But I'm a generation behind y'all. Maybe two. So when you see that they can't think like me, they can't, for one, it's a generational gap. But for another, in order for the next generation to be equipped with what we got to give it to them. There's no other way. And we failed at doing that. Stop pointing the finger. Understand why. And don't look at the result. Look in the mirror for the cause. This is Mr. Talk Heavy, man. I love y'all. Love life and live it to the fullest, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to make this my first episode, man.